The ball into Diego Forlan. He's done it again! This man is becoming a legend with a capital L. A few seconds ago he missed one, but he has hammered that past Carlo Cudicini and has kept United's title hopes very much alive.
Well, you kept saying, Steve, Chelsea have scored a lot of goals in the last few minutes. This is a great strike.
Hello, welcome to the Progress with Unity Stadium as Manchester United under-21s play their first league game of the new campaign. And tonight they welcome Ipswich Town, who incidentally are the first team's opponents this weekend in the Premier League. So it should be a really interesting test for Adam Lawrence's young side tonight. Let's take a check on the teams, beginning of course with Manchester United. Plenty of exciting names to look forward to seeing tonight. In goal, Cameron Byrne-Hughes. The back four lines up with Jayden Camerton on the right. Harry Amas, the young 19-year-old fullback, on the left. And Mills and Armour together in the heart of the defence. In midfield, the Fletcher twins will anchor with JJ Gabriel just ahead of them. And then it's interesting what's happening in the forward areas, because looking at the names on that team sheet, you might expect Victor Musa to be the striker. However, he will start on the right with Teenan Thompson on the left. And that means that Amir Ibragimov, who is a very versatile player, of course, but will start, we think, as kind of a false nine. So a different role for the youngster, but one I am sure he will do very well in. On the bench, Munro, Murdoch, Kukonki, Orozco, Thwaites, Mantato and Ashton Missim. As for the visitors from Suffolk, looking at their squad and looking at them as they arrive, there are a couple of players to look out for. The two centre-halves, particularly Corbin Mtunzi, is a full international. He represents Zimbabwe. Alongside him, the giant Lithuanian Jokubas Mazionis. Just looking at him when they were doing the pre-match talk with the referees, he is huge, an absolute unit of a defender. Let's see how he is on the ball and how he combats against the lively Ibragimov. Also up front, Luca Fletcher's an interesting player. He was on the books of City. He is now here at Ipswich. And Sidney Eldred, a Northern Irish youngster who recently was called up to the under-19 squad. So a couple of forward players to watch out for, but mainly those two centre-halves. He was an imposing figure, that Lithuanian. OK, let's hand over to commentators for this one. Liam Bradford and Ben Thornley.
Thanks very much, Sully. Yeah, really looking forward to the return of PL2 and a very young Manchester United group looking to get to grips with Ipswich this evening. Ben Thornley alongside me for this one. It is a young group, but it is a group that we've watched over the last 2 or 3 seasons get better and better and better, and you just feel that if they can continue the form that they've seemed to have had over the last couple of years, they'll make a really good fist of this tonight.
It's a talented group, there's no question about that, Liam, and yeah, you're quite right, we have been watching a vast majority of these players, and now this is where they obviously are going to need to step up and take it to the next level, but there's no question that this is a talented group of players.
Yeah, a couple of PL2 debuts in here for Manchester United. One of those is Cameron Byrne-Hughes, who's been around the under-18s for a long while, played plenty of games last season, but has never played a PL2 game for Manchester United, so he starts in between the sticks. And the other one is Teenan Thompson, new signing that's come across from Spurs, and a real chance for him to put a marker down in this Manchester United side. We've spoken, haven't we, about him at length, and we've both watched him for Spurs over the course of the last couple of seasons, and he's got some real ability out on that far side.
He has got some ability, yeah, he likes to cut in as well, but he can take players on the outside, which effectively, and being, you know, one myself, you actually do want to see that happen. You want to see wingers picking up the ball and running at fullbacks, and Teenan Thompson has got that in his locker all day long.
So we are looking at Mazionis here, who's just done the handshakes in the centre of midfield and won the toss and turned everybody around. But he is 6'6" and a giant amongst both of these sides. He's a rangy centre half, and when you've got a player that tall, are you always a little bit careful about just putting balls into the box aimlessly? You've got to be a bit more clever.
You think he's going to come up for corners and free kicks, won't you? Because he'll cause issues. But that's got to be on the radar of the United players. That will obviously be somebody that they will look for when they do get corners and free kicks. So you just got to be a little bit cute when you're defending.
You can mark him.
Yeah. I'd need a pogo stick and a trampoline.
Right, so Manchester United against Ipswich. Down Ipswich in PL2 last season, but only a relatively recent addition to PL2 after they went through the process to get named a Category 1 academy. They have now done that and are part of PL2. Made it to the playoffs last season too, made it into the top 16 of the PL2 table. We are underway, and it is Ipswich to get us started, and headed away by Manchester United. Brought down, and Manchester United will want to start the same way that we see this Manchester United play every time we see them, which is possession-based, try and strangle the life out of opposition, catch them on the counter, press high there.
Yeah, and they've got skill, they've got pace, and they will be looking to win the ball back as high as they possibly can. It's been a really good trait of this under-21 side over numerous seasons, and they've had success doing it.
Several of these players, of course, part of Manchester United's pre-season preparations this year. Down the right-hand side they go with Jayden Camerson. Camerson comes back to Fletcher. Tyler Fletcher finds Dan Armour. Dan Armour, who played 42 games in all competitions for Manchester United last season, split across the 18s and 21s. First chance to see Teenan Thompson. Gabriel. JJ Gabriel sends it out to the right-hand side to Camerson. Camerson moves it on to Musa. Musa in a position that we weren't anticipating seeing him in. Gabriel going to chop back in the area here, lays it off, real opportunity, chance, and a goal. And really well taken by Victor Musa. Chop back onto his left foot, bottom left-hand corner, and inside 2 minutes, United lead by 1-0.
Yeah, he started and finished that move, Victor Musa. Obviously playing on the right-hand side, but does tend to favour his left foot, and a lovely run off the back by JJ Gabriel. Little Cruyff turn, and just there, you thought, oh, has the chance gone? But he made the space. Goalkeeper probably unsighted, and he just strokes it into the bottom corner. It's a really, really good start. Good run from JJ Gabriel. Just steadies himself. Keeper couldn't see it.
Good touch, good finish. Used to seeing him playing more of a number 9 role, aren't we? He is capable of playing off the right-hand side and has proven that capability inside 2 minutes in this game. To Musa, opening the scoring.
That's a dream start. Couple of minutes in.
It is an assist for JJ Gabriel on his under-21s debut for Manchester United this evening. Mills. Camerson. Mass, who's joined in midfield. Gabriel. Upended and wins the free kick.
Yeah, there was just moments, or seconds actually. We didn't have moments before we scored, did we? But I saw Harry Amas popping up, in the centre of the pitch, and it looks like that is a deliberate ploy.
It's something that we've seen towards the back end of last season under Adam Lawrence. This inverted fullback role where you come and join in the midfield. I suppose the immediate thought is, the role that Joao Cancelo played for Manchester City, where, as soon as City were in possession, he was in the centre of midfield, and that is the role. It looks like Harry Amass is going to play for Manchester United tonight. Set piece opportunity.
It's certainly something that you can do when you're dominating possession, that is for sure.
Fletcher's delivery whipped in, headed away by Tunzi. Amass. Ibrahimov. Albert Mills. Jayden Camerson. It's good work by Manchester United down the right-hand side. It's a very fluid formation, Ben, already. Everybody covering for everybody else, slotting back into position. Example here of Tyler Fletcher, who pops up almost at left-back before entering central midfield. Camerson. Jack Fletcher. Tyler Fletcher. That's his twin brother. Now out to Harry Amass. This is very typical of this young Manchester United group, dominating possession, using the ball really well. One side of the pitch to the other as they try and pull the opposition out of their shape, Ben.
Yeah, and they don't really know whether to stick or twist at the moment, Ipswich, because they're not really putting United under that much pressure, and they're sitting quite deep.
Gabriel finds a bit of space to operate in on the edge of the penalty area. Loses out to the dancing feet of Josh Lewis. Well, back by Ibrahimov.
Not something that you see left-backs do very often. The little pirouette in midfield, it worked for him the first time, but then he couldn't carry the ball any further.
This is Musa, the goal scorer. Compton loses out, Ibrahimov takes over. Gabriel just couldn't get his feet sorted out under a bit of pressure. Woody Williamson gets the ball downfield. Teenan Thompson keeps on with the ball well, gets it back from Fletcher. Camerson finds Musa. Neat 1-2. Deflected behind for the corner. So a really bright start for Manchester United.
Very much so. Players going beyond the ball. First for the goal. Jayden Camerson continuing there as well. Really energetic fullback. I do enjoy watching him.
Going to be a Fletcher delivery. Flicked on, just wide. Well, that was an opportunity for Albert Mills. Gets his head to it. Just couldn't squeeze it on target.
Yeah, it's a really good run. Goes towards the ball. Gets a leap on the players following him. Did everything right. Just landed the wrong side of the post.
Great delivery from Jack Fletcher from the right-hand side. Left-footed ball into the box. Plenty of whip on it.
Loads of pace, yeah.
Nice clearing header. A hint of climbing at the back of the Manchester United player there, but the referee doesn't give the free kick for that. Does give it for the foul on Jack Fletcher. Gabriel to Amass. Fletcher. Tyler Fletcher. Lovely through ball from Manchester United. Ibrahimov's effort is well saved by Williamson.
Another example. The movement is causing Ipswich all sorts of problems. They can't get close enough to United to stop them from playing. That's a fabulous ball from Tyler Fletcher. Good save from the keeper. But they're just finding it very, very difficult to get to grips with United at the moment.
Deeper one this time. Headed away. Out Not as far as Amas. Camerson checks his shoulder. Textbook stuff from a fullback. Didn't want to get himself caught in possession. Finds a way back to Cameron Byrne-Hughes. If you've not seen anything of Cameron Byrne-Hughes, you've just spotted one of his real strengths, and that's with the ball at his feet, so composed. Thompson. Squeezes it through, it's a lovely touch, and a brilliant finish too. Manchester United double their advantage inside 10 minutes. Jack Fletcher with the finishing touch.
Well, we're not even 10 minutes into the game, and we've already seen 4 or 5 players that are exploiting space that Ipswich are giving United, and this time it's Jack Fletcher. Clever little ball. I'm not quite sure what the captain, Mazionis, was doing. If he's committed himself to going out there, he's got to try and get something on the ball and intercept it. Otherwise, he needs to hold his position. By the time Jack Fletcher touches the ball, he's gone straight past him, and he gives the goalkeeper the eyes. And you have to say, it's nothing more than United deserve. They have just been utterly dominant.
That's the second PL2 debutant to register an assist. One for Teenan Thompson, one for JJ Gabriel. Manchester United's under-21s lead by 2-0. We said it was a bright start. Ipswich currently unable to live with Manchester United. A good, strong challenge, and Thompson's away again. Just checks and finds Ibrahimov. Armour. Thompson. Ibrahimov finds Amas. Now the captain, Jack Fletcher. Back it goes to Dan Armour. Played really well in the games that he was a part of in pre-season. Often saw him come on in the second half to see games out for United. Gabriel looking for Thompson. Thompson sticks his left boot through it. Big save from the goalkeeper. Williams with a diving touch to get it clear.
I think there was a slight deflection there, wasn't there, that perhaps just took some of the sting out of the shot. Even so, finds himself again in tons of space.
Referee decides that's not a foul on Gabriel. Chance for Ipswich to get themselves up and over halfway. Haven't had too many opportunities to do that in the opening 12 minutes. Tunzi goes back to the goalkeeper, Woody Williamson. To midfield. Leon Elliott. Tunzi. Crossfield ball, easily intercepted by Jaden Camerson. Struggling to find an answer at the moment.
Nope.
Ipswich.
They just can't. They can't keep hold of the ball. And one thing's for sure, they are struggling to win it back.
It's given away by United. Quickly won back, though. Now, Reds are looking to get downfield. Camerson.
He caught him there.
Yeah, the referee just took a moment to see where the ball was going, whether there was going to be an advantage. There was not. And United have a free kick. So quick on the counter-attack, though. Streaking forward. Even with Frankie Runham trying to get back to him. Fast feet proving too much for the former Chelsea man. Two Fletchers standing over this. Right footer or a left footer, what would you prefer, Ben?
From that side, probably left foot in-swinger. I always think in-swinging balls put in with pace are a lot more difficult to defend against. It looks like it's going to be it looks like it's going to be Tyler though, so it'd be an outswinger. We'll see.
Jack on the left, Tyler on the right. It is Tyler with the delivery. Drilled across the box. Well, it was asking for somebody to get on the end of it. United claiming that there was some impediment inside the penalty area. Ball's behind for a goal kick.
Well, when you put balls in as good as that, it doesn't really matter whether it's an in-swinger or an out-swinger, right-footed or left-footed, because he's played that into a fabulous area.
Fletcher steps in and makes the tackle. Leon Elliott's going to take the throw. Hamas. Good footwork from Tina Thompson in traffic. Keeps hold of the ball well. Gets it back to Dan Armour.
I mean, in this opening quarter of an hour, I think we've probably just about mentioned every United player. We can't say that about Ipswich because so many of them have yet to even touch the ball.
The game seems to be bypassing Charlie Compton and Charlie Wood in the centre of midfield for Ipswich. Flicked on by Musa, and it's a really good flick as well to find Jaden Camerson. Numbers arriving in the penalty area, cross comes in. Real opportunity for Gabriel, digs one out, edge of the penalty area, drilled! Just wide.
Brilliant strike. Really well controlled by Jack Fletcher. Lovely shape on it. Good body movement here as well. Gabriel. And after his shot's blocked, who can blame him trying that? Sat up beautifully for him. And he was inches wide.
And the technique on that from Jack Fletcher is perfect as well, isn't it? Knee over the ball, keeps it low, under control, but hit with plenty of pace. Only just wide. United turn the ball over again. Mills to Armour. Fletcher, Harry Hamas, back to Dan Armour. Dealt with by Cameron Byrne-Hughes. Told you he was good with his feet.
Yeah.
Thompson. We've said this for a long time now, but Cameron Byrne-Hughes, excellent with his feet. It does. We might be having.
He has your heart in your mouth.
He's not though. I think that's the important thing.
That is the important thing.
Unfazed. Hamas. Opens up for him to have a run, finds Thompson. Fletcher. Tyler Fletcher pokes it through the gap, flick round the corner by Thompson, bent into the penalty area by Hamas towards the back post, and it's a really good save from Williamson. Great run from Victor Musa to get on the end of it. Keeper made himself big.
Yeah, and he had to. Good footwork there to get the ball out to Harry Hamas. Keeper can't come for it. Oof. How many times do you see those ricochet into the net?
Well, Musa can't do any more than that, can he?
He was on the stretch.
Bust the gut to get there. He's got his header on target. Luca Fletcher unhappy with that decision. Harry Hamas a little slow to get up. Yeah, it does get caught, doesn't he? Luca Fletcher arrived at Ipswich from Manchester City. Fletcher. That's a fantastic ball for Victor Musa. Musa, lovely close control. Just to get it out to the edge of the box where Fletcher battles Fletcher. Camerson. Cross from Camerson. Out to Musa. Musa's effort, another good save from Williamson. Well, he's been called into action again, and again he's found himself equal to it.
Yeah, it's a good save. Another good strike from Victor Musa. And they've only made one. Is he going to give that? No. They've only made one or two mistakes, but what I was looking for was the reaction. Cameron Byrne-Hughes, when he gave the ball away a few moments ago, and just then, but they are so quick at winning the ball back, at hunting it down.
Knocked out of play. We've obviously got a player down and struggling. Might be the shoulder-to-shoulder contact that we saw with Jayden Camerson at the other end of the field, quite possibly. So an opportunity to get some fluids on board for Manchester United, and an opportunity for Ben and I to talk about what we've seen so far, which has been nothing short of brilliant from Manchester United.
It has. It really has. I mean, you know what to expect from this under-21 side, and yes, there's obviously a few new faces that have come in today, but the dynamics haven't changed. They keep the ball, they create chances, they score goals, they work hard to make it difficult for the opposition. And to be quite honest with you, I think Ipswich are really grateful for this break, because they need to regroup. They don't know whether to stay, whether to go.
Good to see Michael Carrick and Darren Fletcher watching on. Darren Fletcher, of course, in charge of Manchester United's under-18s. They're in action tomorrow in the Premier League Cup. Back row is Stephen Torpey, the Academy Director for Manchester United. They've been treated to some pretty good football in the opening 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Plenty to be smiley about. The goals that we've seen, first one from Victor Musa, made by Gabriel, cut it back to him brilliantly, and a smart finish. The second one coming from Jack Fletcher, set up by Teenan Thompson, and again it's another smart finish. And Manchester United, with two really good opportunities that they've taken, they've also had three more that have been thwarted by the goalkeeper Williamson.
Yeah.
Is this helped by having, you know, the continuity of Adam Lawrence in charge, and the fact that a lot of these players will know him from his time at the under-18s and from coaching the 21s last season too?
Yeah, I think there's a big element of that. Obviously a very distinguished coach, and he certainly knows how to bring out the best in these players. We've seen it before and we're seeing it now. Very vocal, but very informative.
Frankie Runham is back up on his feet, and he's standing in the technical area on the far side of the field, so we're going to be able to get the game back underway. John McGreal standing next to him. Man that you played against, I think, Ben, John McGreal.
Yeah, I think I'm right in saying that he's the same age as me, and obviously we used to come up against each other in the junior teams when he was at Tranmere, where he stayed for quite a while before he got his move to Ipswich as a player.
Ball fired out to the left. Strong challenge from Jayden Camerson. Is too strong, according to the referee. Maybe just had to go through the man to get to the ball ever so slightly. Robin Latunzi. Back to Woody Williamson, the goalkeeper. He's conceded twice, but he's made three really good saves too. Ipswich trying to keep a foot on the ball, but they've failed Not to do so there, it's been turned over again. Look at Manchester United committing players forward though. There's 4 players pressing the back 4. Another 2 waiting in midfield. It's good footwork. Luca Fletcher looking to get the ball in behind. That's well defended by Dan Armour. Helped out by Harry Amas. Will be cleared away by Albert Mills. Runham looks to make the challenge, but Camerson keeps hold of it.
I think that's probably the first time in the game that Ipswich have managed to make any inroads and string sort of 4 or 5 decent passes together. And it still wasn't enough to outsmart Dan Armour and Harry Amas, who tidied it up nicely.
Thompson on the chase.
Yeah, he's not going to get that.
It's quite smart, isn't it, from Leon Elliott, who just kept his body between Teenan Thompson and the ball. Yeah, I'm not sure he had any intention, Leon Elliott, of doing anything other than keeping himself in the way.
No, he did take a little bit of a risk, because he took his eye well off the ball instead of just knocking it back to his goalkeeper. He did draw the foul in the end, but he did take a little bit of a risk.
Only just. Albert Mills skims off the top of his head. It's collected by Jayden Camerson. Albert Mills made just 4 appearances for the under-21s last season, but 28 in all competitions for the under-18, so plenty of football for Albert Mills. It's the appropriate step up, just 18 years old. In fact, this Manchester United starting 11 has no player over the age of 19 years old playing in the under-21s.
That's impressive.
With a season where you've got UEFA Youth League as well, means that you can keep the group together.
Yeah. And if they play like we've seen them in these opening 25 minutes, 26 minutes, then they'll be serious contenders.
Certainly. Ipswich trying to get away with Runham. Tunzi. I mean, tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it?
Yeah.
83% possession over 26 minutes of football is quite incredible.
Yeah, those figures do tell a big story. The way this first quarter of this game's gone.
It's not only that they've had the ball, it's what they've done with it too, Manchester United, and made hay while the sun is shining. Zionis. Compton. Corbin Matunzi. So Charlie Wood, but one back by Ibrahimov. Through it comes to Gabriel. Gabriel caught on the edge of the penalty area. Still going near Ibrahimov, who goes down in the box, and the referee says no penalty. Well, I would have thought that one of those two would have been given, and referee not agreeing with me.
Well, I thought they were both fouls. And again, it was the way that they just triggered and went after the ball, won it back, and before you know it, JJ Gabriel is in on goal, and I thought he was fouled, and I'm certain that Ibrahimov was too.
Let's take a look again at this.
Tyler Fletcher, he's in.
Ibrahimov slides this through to Gabriel. Let's take a look at this challenge.
Oh, that's a foul. I mean, he's gone straight into the back of him.
I agree, and that is clearly a pull on the shoulder. Well, I think Ipswich are very fortunate, Ben.
Yeah, so do I. So do I.
Elliott, long way up the field. Dan Armour's going to try and prevent that going out for a corner. He's not going to manage it. So Manchester United will have to face the first set piece of the game after nearly half an hour.
Yeah.
If that had been the Premier League, we'd still be looking at that on VAR, wouldn't we? Certainly last season. I think they're trying to get through these things a little bit quicker from what we've seen in the opening weekend.
Yeah, but when they're as obvious as that, I mean...
Swung in. Punched away by Burn Hughes. There's good contact on it. Maybe it's set something going here as well, because Teenan Thompson's got a bit of a sniff of catching this one. Going to get some pressure on Williamson too. Out it comes, but only as far as Fletcher. Fletcher's going to try and feed this through to Musa. Musa's going to take a touch. Pulls it back, tries to find a yard, just couldn't quite get the ball back onto his favoured left foot. Comes out to Ibrahimov. Camerson. Ibrahimov. Fletcher. Tyler Fletcher. Jaden Camerson. It was a lovely ball through to Victor Musa, wasn't it?
It really was. And the goalkeeper Williamson obviously got away with one there. He nearly undid some of the good work that he's pulled off for his team by not opting to go long and clear the danger.
Thompson occupying a more central position, comes back to Harry Amass. Maybe you've joined us on MUTV for the first time this season, first opportunity to see some of these players, but Dan Armour with the number 4 on his back there. As we said, 42 games in all competitions, but it's his left foot that is his real weapon, his ability to fire the ball in between the lines, to get the passes away. Real strength along with his defending.
Yeah, it is.
Ibrahimov takes a touch, then finds Gabriel. Gabriel up against Mazionis, finds some space, looks to get the right-footed curler away, gets underneath it and over the top.
And you could see what he was trying. Just trying to start it outside that right-hand post as you look at it. Again, another really good ball. I don't think that the United lads can believe when they receive the ball just how much time they've actually got.
There's a bit of a size disparity there as well as between
just a tad.
JJ Gabriel and Jakubas Mazionis, Lithuanian under-21 international. Referee would like the goal kick taken appropriately. Tunzi. It's Jaden Camerson all the way over, almost at sort of a left-sided central midfield position to make that challenge. Get through some work, this under-21 side, they really do.
They're not just good when they've got the ball, they're good when they haven't.
Something that Adam Lawrence, I think, demands from his side. It was the same when Travis Binion was in charge before, of course, moving up to the first team. Good footwork from Harry Amass. Fletcher finds Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov looking to measure that ball up and over the top. Gabriel stands a really good chance of getting there too. Does get there, pulls it back. Camerson, oh, that's an absolute rocket. An exocet off the right boot of Jaden Camerson, and Manchester United, after just over half an hour, lead Ipswich by 3-0.
It's the pick of the bunch so far. It's an incredible finish. And again, it's the movement up front. I actually thought the goalkeeper retreated there. He should really have come for that. He would have been favourite if he'd have not been on his heels. But let's take nothing away from that finish. JJ Gabriel in behind again. And have that fired into the roof of the net. Probably past the goalkeeper before he could even see it.
United taking advantage of the space given to them by Ipswich with some style. Ball over the top, weighted perfectly for Gabriel. Gabriel pulls it back and, well, Jayden Camerson sees the opportunity to unleash a rocket and does exactly that. Given away again by Ipswich. Gabriel across to Fletcher. Fletcher looking to give it back into the middle towards Thompson. Falls back to Fletcher. Fletcher's left-footed effort. Thompson just wide. He was on the stretch. Challenge was coming in. Manchester United are tearing Ipswich apart.
Yeah, they're just swarming all over them. It's a really poor touch, that, from Charlie Wood.
Not sure Thompson could have done any more given the situation that he was in. Goalkeeper closing him down, tackle coming in. He was on the stretch. Stretching to turn it home. Mass under a little bit of pressure from Adetiba.
They've not got to grips with the position that Harry Mass is taking up at all. He's seen a lot of the ball, and I was impressed with him during pre-season as well. He started the season really well.
He enjoyed his time on loan as well, didn't he? He's obviously a developmental loan for Harry Mass with Sheffield Wednesday last season. Example of how the loan system should work. Go away, get a bit of experience, come back, apply that at your parent club. Ibrahimov. Just one previous appearance for the under-21s for Amir Ibrahimov, and that came last August. Was on the field for 16 minutes and scored the winner against Manchester City. Debuts don't get much better than that, do they? Last-minute winners against Manchester City. Here he is, Ibrahimov. Camerson turns this to Mills. Dan Armour. So difficult if you're Ipswich, though, given the varying positions that every Manchester United player appears to be taking up. Keeping hold of your runners is tricky. It's a good turn from Gabriel. Thompson on the run. Thompson in behind. Thompson with the chance. Big save again from Williamson. Well, I wouldn't be remiss in saying it could be 6 or 7 already for Manchester United, but for Woody Williamson.
Yeah, he's made a couple of really good saves. Clever ball from Gabriel. And he holds off the challenge. Again, Elliott was sort of not really knowing where his man was, and he steps across him. And once he got into that position, I was expecting the net to bulge.
Tyler Fletcher rattles a delivery, and it's a brilliant header. And Dan Armour adds his name to the score sheet. Real quality on the cross and a thumping header from the centre half.
Yeah, that's a great ball. Again, using the pace. We saw Albert Mills earlier trying to do the same thing, but on this occasion, I don't even think Dan Armour jumps.
Goal scorer for Manchester United number 4, Dan Armour.
He didn't really have to work that hard to head that ball and take nothing away from the drilled ball in, but he just guides it back to where it came from, and the big smile on his face says it all.
Quality of cross, strength in the challenge from Armour, and an accurate header.
Yeah.
It's 4-0, and Manchester United have deserved every bit of that.
And more. And who's to say it'll stay at 4-0 with, what, 7 minutes plus a decent amount of stoppage time in this first half for the injury to Frankie Runham. Well, they've just had no answers, absolutely no answers.
I think the real issue is that Manchester United keep changing the question. Teenan Thompson down the left-hand side this time, cuts back on the right foot, has a go. That one is straight at Williamson. Again, it's a good run from Teenan Thompson. Dancing between them. Just doesn't quite apply enough power to his effort.
No, he was unlucky. He's allowed by Charlie Wood to step inside. There's a cluster of Ipswich players there, and not one of them gets close enough to him to stop the shot.
Take nothing away from Tiernan Thompson. If you're going to be given the space, you might as well take it. It's exactly what he does. Needs no second invitation. Fletcher. 6 minutes plus stoppages until we get to half-time. As Ben says, you wouldn't get particularly long odds for another goal before the break.
They look like they're going to score every time they go forward.
They've been clinical. Look really sharp. And this is no slouch of an Ipswich side. They made it to the PL2 playoffs last season, lost to the eventual winners.
Winners, yeah, they did.
In Brighton. Gabriel. Runham drops in to apply some pressure to Camerson. Mills to Fletcher. Fletcher head up, picks out a perfect pass to the left-hand side for Amas. Amas with a great touch to get himself into the penalty area. Back out it goes to Ibrahimov. Retains the ball well. Thompson. A sea of blue shirts in front of him. Goes across the edge of the penalty area. Good effort from Musa. Under pressure is going to win the corner. Well, saw the quality from a couple of corners already. This one's going to go short. It's a good touch. Gabriel into the box. Back out it goes. Dink back in towards the back post. Musa's header falls to Ibrahimov. Side volley from him. Wide of the mark.
Well, every single one of these players is so comfortable that you can understand the reason behind playing the corners short and trying to make headway the way that they did there.
I've got no words. 15 shots for Manchester United to none from Ipswich, and 10 of those 15 have been on target. Manchester United lead by 4 goals to 0, and Woody Williamson is the reason that it's not 7 or 8. As one-sided as it gets in the opening 41.5 minutes. Could be another one here for Victor Musa. Just loses control, wins it back. Foul given against Musa on Mazionis.
Wow, it's a wonderfully weighted ball. I'm not quite sure what Josh Lewis, the fullback, is doing, but good touch from Musa initially. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Certainly no more in that than there was for the penalty shout. And that one wasn't given. Positive play down the left-hand side is followed up by a ball to nothing, really, from Josh Lewis. Did really well to find himself the space and then couldn't find a blue shirt forward. Fletcher to Fletcher and to Thompson. Thompson up against Leon Elliott. Has Harry Amas with him. Spins off the back of Leon Elliott, but Amas brings it back into midfield where Tyler Fletcher picks out Dan Armour. Jack Fletcher finds his twin brother, and now Tyler, with all the space in the world, looks to get it into the area. Brilliant sliding intervention from Leon Elliott. But again, Manchester United with acres of space. Maybe something here for Ipswich as Luca Fletcher is up to the edge of the penalty area. That is a fantastic tackle from Harry Amas.
And that's what I was talking about at the start of the game. When the position that Harry Amas takes up then sometimes things like this will happen. But he has got the speed and the stamina and the recovery rate to be able to get back into his natural position as a left full-back to make that tackle.
It's a brilliant tackle as well, isn't it? Never any danger of anything but winning the ball. Done brilliantly. Second corner of the game for Ipswich. Driven to the edge of the 18-yard box, but immediately there's two red shirts around it. Luca Fletcher, no option but to retreat. Manchester United are going to try and pinch this. Ibrahimoff looking to get round. I tell you what, there's an arm across from Leon Elliott, and I think Ibrahimoff is unfortunate again not to be given the free kick.
I completely agree, and that's not the first time that Leon Elliott has done that. More interested in the man than the ball, and that was the most obvious one yet for me.
Apologies if you've picked up some strong language from inside the Progress with Unity Stadium. We want to hear, but sometimes unavoidable in these games, so apologies for that. 4 minutes time added on at the end of the first half. I think Leon Elliott can consider himself a little fortunate, because I think if that's given, the referee's also got the whole dog-so thing going on. Denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Could well have had to produce the red card as well as the free kick. As it is, we continue 11 aside. Teenan Thompson in possession for Manchester United. Your gut the same as mine on that, Ben. Was a free kick against Ipswich for the foul on Ibrahimoff?
100%. Was only bothered about impeding and being Ibrahimoff. And as I said, that's not the first time that it's happened with him.
Down the left to Lewis, who's coming back from an offside position. Here is that challenge. Again, absolutely no intention of playing the ball from...
I mean, if it had gone after the ball, it was a simple tap back to his goalkeeper. It was perfectly the favourite.
And there's definitely an arm across there for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I've got my red tinted specs on, but you're taking a chance regardless, aren't you?
You certainly are.
When you play that.
And I said that earlier with the Teenan Thompson one. And there's been another one besides, but that was the most obvious, most glaring.
Thompson. Tyler Fletcher.
Having said that, you are right about the red card situation. You don't want... I mean, it's as if United have got two more players than Ipswich anyway, the way they've played in this first half. But you do want to see a competitive 11 against 11.
Unless you've done something to warrant the red card.
What I'm saying is that I think the fact that he didn't give it, he would have had to have given a red card.
I agree. There's Ionis. Captain knocks this one forward to Charlie Wood. Wood out to Leon Elliott. Elliott's going to try and charge forward. Teenan Thompson looks to win that back, knocks Elliott to the ground and concedes the free kick.
Yeah, no complaints about that.
Zionis goes back to Williamson. We've just got a minute left of this first 45, Ben, and I mean, there's hardly enough superlatives to describe how well Adam Lawrence's side have played here in the opening half.
Yeah, it's been the perfect half. They've got, judging by what we've seen in the first half, an unassailable lead, but I don't expect them to take the foot off the gas at all. They've worked incredibly hard off the ball, and they've been quality.
20 seconds to go, and maybe a chance for Ipswich here. To the byline, safely into the hands of Cameron Byrne-Hughes. Good positioning from the Manchester United goalkeeper.
Two very different team talks from Adam Lawrence and John McGreal.
I think you're absolutely right, though. There is no chance that Adam Lawrence will want his side to take the foot off the accelerator. Referee's going to bring the opening 45 minutes to a close, and a brilliant first half from Manchester United. Victor Musa opening the scoring, followed up by Jack Fletcher, and then it was Jayden Camerson's right foot rocket to make it 3, before Dan Armour met a perfect cross at the back post with a simple header to turn it home for 4. Manchester United will be delighted with their opening 45 minutes of the PL2 season. At half-time, Manchester United's under-21s lead Ipswich by 4 goals to 0.
Trying to paint the town, then I rinse and repeat, and they kick it with some size 12 feet. It's Mr. Big Stepper, no bend to breaking the pressure. I'll be the plug connector. Don't make me have to come check ya. I am Mr. Big Stepper, no sweat, I don't need no stressor. You show me love and reflector. I am.
The thing that I'm most proud of until today is the journey that I've done here. So me being in this position right now where I can start games for United and knowing that I've been through every scenario at this club, being injured for a long time, not being an option for the manager at the time, playing one game here and then, playing 2 games in a row, then not playing again, then starting every game that you can possibly have. So this, being able to go through all the phases as a football player made me really strong and balanced at this stage, which for me is, I think it's one of the things that I would feel most proud of it. But then obviously, when you ask me this question, there's always this thing about obviously thinking about games and moments. But if I sit back and I see the bigger picture, that's what I would say is the biggest thing for me. But then if I have to think about games and moments, I cannot tell you how emotional I was and how happy I was when we won the FA Cup.
Oh, so good.
We had the Carabao Cup already. We won it, but I felt, even for the fans, the FA Cup was different. And once you realize that, and the way we celebrated in the end at Wembley, lifting the trophy, winning against Man City, have lost the final the year before, this was a very emotional thing for me. And I remember the next couple of days, I think I was in Monaco for the Formula 1. I went there, and I had fans coming to me, Diogo, thank you. And I was saying, thank you. Thank you for what? We won the FA Cup. And it made me realize, okay, this means a lot.
Long throw into the penalty area is headed away by Voltemada, met by Patrick Dorgu. Oh, it's a screamer! What a way to score your first ever Manchester United goal! Patrick Dorgu on the volley from the edge of the 18-yard box gives United the lead. It's picture perfect on Boxing Day. Manchester United 1, Newcastle United 0. Well, if you've missed the opening 45 minutes, where on earth have you been? Manchester United lead Ipswich by 4 goals to 0. A brilliant performance from Adam Lawrence's side. Ben, it has been a delight to watch, hasn't it?
It's been wonderful. From kick-off, we scored very, very early. and they've just not taken the foot off the gas the whole half. They can thank their goalkeeper Ipswich for it only being 4-0, but the way United have dominated, the space that they've got and the quality that they've showed, as well as working so hard to win the ball back when they've not got it, it's just been virtually a perfect half of football.
Yeah, thoroughly one-sided affair. Let's take a look at how the first 45 went. Well, this was the opener. Victor Musa on the score sheet early for Manchester United. The build-up, again, brilliant. And the finish is decent as well, Ben.
Yeah, he started it, and he doesn't stand and admire. Nobody goes with him. JJ Gabriel goes beyond, and then little Cruyff turn, sees Victor Musa in the space, and he opted not to hit it first time, steadies himself, uses the cluster of players in front of him that no doubt block the goalkeeper's view, and he just strokes it into the bottom corner. Really good start and really good goal.
There's a little touch with the outside of the left boot from Victor Musa that just gives him enough space to get that away. Brilliant stuff. Just wide this from a corner from Dan Armour, and a foreshadowing of events to come from him.
Yeah, great ball in. Has all the pace that you need just for him to guide it, use the pace of the cross, and he was just the wrong side of the post.
As Albert Mills, I apologise. And then Amir Ibrahimov coming close for Manchester United. Good save from Williamson.
Yeah, it's one of his 3 or 4 decent saves from the goalkeeper, but a good ball from Tyler Fletcher, just threading it through. And again, it's the runners that are going beyond. Ipswich just haven't been able to cope with that.
It was Tyler Fletcher's twin brother Jack that was next on the score sheet for Manchester United. Teenan Thompson with some great work down the left-hand side. The finish is brilliant.
Yeah, it just gives the goalkeeper the eyes, doesn't it? Really good vision from Teenan Thompson. Does like to cut in. I'm not quite sure what the Ipswich captain was doing. Once you commit yourself there, you've got to get something on the ball, or you need to hold your ground and make yourself difficult to beat. But he made it far too easily, made up Jack Fletcher's mind for him, and a really good finish.
That was the opening 10 minutes that we've just got through, by the way, and it continued as well. This one forward, and it is Jack Fletcher again arriving on the edge of the penalty area that you've got to keep an eye out for as it pops out to the edge of the box from this effort from Gabriel. Technique is brilliant, only just wide.
Yeah, it's a lovely strike, really is. Just sits up nicely for him, and he hits it on the half volley. Keeper would have had no chance. Really well-controlled volley from Jack Fletcher.
Brilliant stuff to watch. And then there was another moment of brilliance from Williamson. And again, look at the pressure on the ball, the counter-pressing from Manchester United. Turn it over straight away. That is well saved from Williamson.
Yeah, he's probably the only one that can come off that pitch in the first half with any degree of credibility.
Well, this was the free kick on the edge of the box and the penalty shout, and as Gabriel gets to the edge of the box, there is a clear leaning on him there, and then a clear pullback for me on Ibrahimov there.
Yeah, but I mean, the referee should have blown the first time for the foul on JJ Gabriel. He just bundled into the back of him, and then there was a definite pull on Amir Ibrahimov. I mean, that is really clumsy at best, and you can tell by the player's reaction.
Hand all the way over the shoulder, pulling him backwards. Manchester United didn't get the penalty, but they certainly didn't take their foot off the accelerator. Gabriel again getting to the byline, pulled back, and that is a rocket from Jayden Camerson.
Yeah, it's a hell of a finish. It really is. Again, the vision and the willingness of players at the top of the pitch to go beyond. And that is a terrific strike, hit with power. And it was the power that beat the goalkeeper right into the roof of the net.
33 minutes gone and Manchester United led by 3-0. 38 minutes gone and it was 4 from that header.
Again, a good ball played into the box. Decent pace on it, but the disturbing thing, I think, for John McGreal will be that Dan Hammer didn't even have to jump.
Yeah, great quality on the ball in and Dan Armour's header a thumping one into the back of the net. Right, OK, before we get back into second half action, an opportunity to hear from a legendary defender for Manchester United. Rio Ferdinand has been talking to Mark Sullivan about the early extended international break and United's return to the Champions League.
That first international window, then an extended one, 3 weeks instead of 2 breaks of 2. You in favour of that?
Nightmare. Absolute nightmare for the football fan.
Because just when you get into it, and then we have a break.
And after 10 days or 7 days of international games, I used to be clucking and thinking, where's the games? Where's the games? Anyway, 3 weeks. It's not fair, is it? It's not really fair.
It's going to be very unusual. I guess coaches are thinking rather be disrupted once than twice, but...
Yeah, I can see the pros and cons to it. Listen, I'm not saying it's absolutely wrong. I've just said there are pros and cons to it, but as a fan, I want to see the Premier League being played. You know what I mean? It's just started, like you say, I want it continuous, but I get it. Like, it stops that stop-start element to the season where you get 2 breaks before Christmas, and you're not going to have 1 now. So, listen, let's see how it goes. And when they announced that there was going to be water breaks halfway through the half of the World Cup, I was livid. I was like, well, but actually when it happened, I weren't too bothered.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And just in terms of the Champions League, finally, of course, it's so great to have Champions League football back at Old Trafford. You've been so fortunate to have played in some of the biggest nights this club's had in that competition. Now, as a fan, how much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're the type of games I definitely want to fly over for as well. The Champions League under the lights at Old Trafford, the memories that I have at the club with those, and some of the best nights of my life were in those games. So, and this is what these players, they measure themselves on. They'd have been looking at the last 2 years. Paris Saint-Germain dominant over the last 2 years. Yeah. Look at what it's done to the players. Look at what it's done to them names. Those players, a lot of them now household names, are going to be legends for life based on what happened in that tournament. Because they've been winning the league every year. Not all of them are legends, where this team now, this generation at PSG, they're all living legends right now and will be forever. And that's the incentive.
I mean, we are so looking forward to it, and the Premier League campaign as well. Just what would you predict for our season ahead then to finish? Where do you think we'll end up? How do you think what will a good season look like?
A good season for me is consolidation, is finishing in the top 4 again, qualifying for the Champions League convincingly, and getting a trophy. Let's get a trophy. It doesn't matter which one. Get another day out at Wembley and win us a trophy. Yeah. And I think that's a really, really positive season, and that, again, foundations to then build on, because we've been such an unstable club, you know, like since Sir Alex Ferguson's left, up and down. Well, not so many ups, but ups and downs. And as I said, stability at the football club, I think, will be a real step in the right direction.
Rio, thanks for your time, mate.
Cheers, mate.
And, best of luck.
Good to see you.
We'll see you at Old Trafford for a Champions League night.
Yeah, we will.
Always good to hear from Rio Ferdinand. Always talks an awful lot of sense. I don't know how I feel about a 3-week international break. It's sort of split between 2 halves, isn't it? Whether you get them all out of the way in one block, or whether or not you're looking at it going, hang on a sec, we've only just started the Premier League and now we've got 3 weeks off again. Thoughts, Ben? What would you rather have, 2 international breaks or 1 long one?
I don't know. I can understand why it would be frustrating for players and managers, certainly the ones that maybe are not involved in international games. When you have, you've only just started the season, and within 6 weeks you've got another 3 weeks where you're not playing any competitive football unless you are a member of an international team. I don't know, is my honest answer. I don't know the reasoning behind it. We used to have 4 international breaks in the calendar: September, October, November and March, and now all of a sudden it's been reduced to 3. But the September-October one is a long one.
Yeah, a long time to wait for Premier League football to return. Fortunately, got you covered here on MUTV during that break. The WSL season starts again on the 4th of September. Manchester United's women taking on London City Lionesses in that one. Plus, of course, all of the under-18s and under-21s football once the international break is over and we get back underway. We are expecting the teams back out very shortly at the Progress with Unity Stadium. Do you think we'll see much of a change in terms of the way that Manchester United are playing, and do you think we'll see any change in the way that Ipswich take on the second?
I'll be amazed if Ipswich don't make at least 1 substitution, never mind a couple, Some of the players have just not been able to get into the game because of how dominant United have been. But the way that they went about the game, I mean, they didn't put them under any pressure, and United just played through them at will. They had so much time, so much space, and they're very fortunate that they went in at half time and it was only 4. United, I can't see them changing. They, you know, if the opportunity's there to go and double what they've already scored, then they'll go and do that, and they've got the quality to be able to do it.
Teams are back on their way, and looking at the 4th official there, readying himself with his board, I'd probably suggest that we're going to see at least 1, maybe 2 changes for the visitors. Yeah, looks like we've got a couple getting ready to go for John McGreal's side. And they needed to change something. As Ben has pointed out, they just haven't got anywhere near close enough to the ball to be able to affect the game, and he had to change something to try and gain a little bit of control in the second.
Yeah, if you're gonna sit deep up a team and let them have the ball, at some point you do have to engage, and then when you do turn the ball over, you need to be able to have an outlet, and Ipswich didn't have any of that. On the very few occasions that they did turn the ball over, it invariably was either won back or they gave it straight back to United. So they did need to change something.
It is Jaden Adetiba and Charlie Compton who make way. Bobby Sains on to replace Compton. And Jamie Moge is on to replace Adetiba. And that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I don't remember mentioning Adetiba's name in the first half, so
nope.
Maybe that's a change that was a simple one for John McGreal to have to make. Let's see whether those two change anything. I have to say that Manchester United have been so good in the opening 45 minutes. I'd be surprised. As Amir Ibrahimov gets us underway in the second half. Manchester United's under-21s leading Ipswich by 4-0 in the first 45 minutes. With another half of football to come, and I'm sure that Adam Lawrence will be wanting to see more of the same from his Manchester United side as the floodlights start to take effect at the Progress with Unity Stadium. This is Mazionis. Speculative ball forward, well collected by Cameron Byrne-Hughes. Quickly bowls it out to the feet of Albert Mills. Every Manchester United player is so comfortable with the ball at their feet. I suppose that added confidence comes from being 4-0 up as well. And it has been the same since minute 1. Mills. Towards Ibrahimov. Gets hold of the ball at the second attempt. Musa uses his strength to get past a couple of challenges. Goes to ground, referee allows play to continue. A tackle from Camerson, stretching across. Ibrahimov has Camerson on the run down the right. Camerson takes over. To measure the ball in, takes a big deflection off the substitute Bobby Saints. Out for a corner.
Really good tackle from Jaden Camerson.
Played well, Jaden Camerson. Teenan Thompson. Jack Fletcher. JJ Gabriel finds some space, gets the shot inside netting from Gabriel. Well, it opened up for him. And again, just plenty of space given. Can only find the side netting on that occasion.
Yeah, you could see what he was trying though, trying to catch the goalkeeper out at his near post, because in the position that JJ Gabriel was in, the goalkeeper's sort of retreating a little bit, expecting the cross to come in.
6'6" captain Mazionis. Bobby Sains. Tidied up by Harry Amas. Prevents that from coming out for the corner. Got close control from Harry Amas. Ipswich trying to make a bit more of a fist of the second half than they made of the first. Lewis goes back to Mazionis. Charlie Wood back to Williamson, the goalkeeper. Thundering voice of Adam Lawrence reminding his team they'll be challenging for second balls, which they win. We always want a positive start to your season, Ben. This goes without saying, but this has been the most positive of starts for Manchester United.
It certainly has.
Gives you a bit of confidence going into your next PL2 game as well. As we pointed out in the first half, this is an Ipswich side that made it to the playoffs. Lost to the eventual winners in Brighton. It's a great ball through the middle. Gabriel, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Lovely scoop, back of the net. And it's 5 for Manchester United. The ball through, inch perfect. And Gabriel applies the finish. Manchester United 5, Ipswich 0.
Well, the goals just keep getting better and better, don't they? I mean, you just touched on it there about the confidence that you can have when you're 4 goals to the good. Well, that's a brilliant ball from Jack Fletcher, and it's a really good first touch from JJ Gabriel. His second one was even better. I mean, that takes some doing. Well, it's a lovely ball.
Gabriel adds a goal to his 2 assists, and Jack Fletcher, with that inch perfect ball through to him, adds an assist to his goal. (5-0)
again,
after 50 minutes.
I know, again, it's the space, but it's the movement and the vision that creates that sort of space. It was still a very impudent finish, there's no question. That takes some doing, but
I don't remember the last time I watched a game where we were running a goal every 10 minutes on average.
No.
Excellent work from Adam Lawrence's side. Great entertainers this evening. Ipswich under pressure. That will have taken the wind out of their sails as well. They've tried to make a fist at the start of the second half, and you get caught out like that. Mazionis goes down under the challenge from Musa.
Yeah, they've tried to go a little bit more direct, because in the first half, when you're watching them, I know that they didn't have a lot of the ball, but you just couldn't work out what their identity was, what their game plan was. And now they've just been hit with a sucker punch at the start of the second half, as they were at the start of the first.
Headed down by Dan Armour, who gets it back from Tyler Fletcher. Ben Hughes, not scared to put the ball back where it came from. Trusts the touch of his centre-back. And there's that left foot that we were talking about in the first half from Dan Armour, his ability to find a midfielder, even in traffic. Camerson to Musa. Musa finds some space. Tyler Fletcher, Jack Fletcher, Tyler Fletcher. That is a late tackle. And the referee is going to go fishing in his pocket for the first time in this game.
Yeah, that's not a nice tackle. I'm glad that he's on his feet very quickly, because he was very late. Oof.
Yeah.
He's very fortunate.
It's the substitute, isn't it? The half-time substitute, Bobby Sains, that's gone in the book, and it's not a friendly tackle. I think Fletcher's done pretty well to avoid the worst of that, because it could have been an awful lot worse than it was.
They're leg-breaking tackles.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. I'm really glad that he's on his feet.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't properly caught.
Ditto. Woody Williamson is organising a four-man wall. And the two Fletchers standing over this free kick for United. It's Tyler that gets the shot away. Just couldn't get enough dip on that effort, and it sails over the crossbar.
He approached it with the old sort of instep one, isn't it? Like Ronaldo used to take his free kicks up and see if he can get it up and down with the power.
Ronaldo was the name that I was fishing for there as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very difficult technique.
The one against Portsmouth is the one that immediately springs to mind, but he sticks in the postage stamp, hits that just like that. As you say, a very difficult technique. Williamson. Frankie Runham gets a little bit lucky that there's nobody in the middle of the pitch there, because had there been, I think Ipswich were in trouble again. Zionis goes back to the goalkeeper. Williamson has conceded 5 times, but
he's been their best player.
I think so. Yeah. Corbin Matunzi. Field to Jamie Morge. Runham. It's on to Luca Fletcher. This is better football from Ipswich, and then the final ball, just a little bit too much weight on it. Sails all the way through the penalty area, and out it goes for a goal kick.
Yeah, they got themselves into a very good crossing position. And I know that they must feel extremely dejected.
Albert Mills is going to go back here to Burn Hughes. United playing with the ball at will. Premier League game this evening, and Chelsea are leading Fulham at Craven Cottage by a goal to nil. João Pedro in the first minute, giving the Blues the lead. At the Cottage, West London derby. It's been a weekend of surprise results in the Premier League. Put anything past that one being an interesting affair before it gets to full time. Teenan Thompson has options right and left, keeps hold of the ball, recycles the play. Tyler Fletcher, Jaden Camerson. Camerson looking for Teenan Thompson, just intercepted as he tried to play the pass. United ready in the changes on the touchline. Mills. Tyler Fletcher just allowed to run past the forward Jamie Morge. If you're going to give Tyler Fletcher that ground, he's going to take it from you, Ben.
No pressure on the ball whatsoever, and he takes full advantage. If you're not going to come and tackle me, I'm going to run another 15, 20 yards with it.
Free kick is given to Ipswich, and I don't think we're quite ready for the changes for Manchester United just yet. It will be a triple change, we think, for Adam Lawrence. We're expecting Reece Munro, Jim Thwaites and Ashton missing, but we will wait until they're on the field before we confirm that. Things have a habit of changing. This is Woody Williamson. Referee says that is a foul from Tiernan Thompson on Leon Elliott. Taken by Ipswich. We're also expecting changes from Ipswich too. It's a good ball down the left-hand side. It's a good tackle from Camerson, but Runham able to get on the end of it. Clips across to the back post. Too much on that for Luca Fletcher to get on the end of. The two new signings unable to combine for Ipswich. Right then, here are the substitutions. First change is Jack Fletcher, Victor Musa and Albert Mills, all making way for Manchester United. They will be replaced by Reece Munro, Jim Thwaites and Ashton Missing. So Missing will play out on the right-hand side for Victor Musa. Jim Thwaites will slot in where Jack Fletcher was playing, and Reece Munro will take the centre-back berth. Two changes coming for Ipswich. It's another rangy player coming on to try and impact the game. Sidney Eldred making way. Runham also leaving the field. Shaquille Nicolau and Nelson Eze coming onto the field for the visitors. Well, Manchester United have played brilliantly well, and those players that have left the field, Ben, have been excellent too. A goal each for Victor Musa and Fletcher. Scored the first two goals, and their night's work has come to an end.
Wonderful assist as well from him. JJ Gabriel's clever finish. Substitutions being made by Adam Lawrence for completely different reasons to the ones made by John McGreal.
Ipswich are still looking for some control in the game, aren't they? Which they just haven't had over the course of the hour. Manchester United have dominated the ball, but as well as dominating the ball, they've dominated the control of the game. Sometimes you can have all of the possession in the world and you know, you're washing against a brick wall, and it's just not been the case for Manchester United. They have been dominant in control and possession, and thoroughly deserve to be 5-0 up.
Yeah. They've slowed it down when it's needed it. And then all of a sudden, they just go. Great passing, great vision, great movement. And then to top it all off at the end of it, you get 5 really good goals.
It's really good from Ibrahimov. This time he's going to get the free kick. He's definitely caught by Leon Elliott. And the second yellow card of the game is going to come out. And I think Leon Elliott will quietly be thinking he's got no real argument with that, because he could have seen red twice in the first half. Certainly could have seen a booking in the first half. He's definitely got one in the second.
Yeah, because he'd skipped away from him, hadn't he, Ibrahimov?
Low centre of gravity, Amir Ibrahimov. Great balance. Good vision too, to always seem to be able to steer the ball into a little bit of space to run into. Forces Leon Elliott into the challenge, wins the free kick. Well, we've got a set-piece specialist on the field now in Jim Thwaites. If you've not seen him play, this is the kind of area where he loves to strike a dead ball. Whipped in, big deflection, looping, roof of the net, and he's going to go behind for a corner.
Yeah, well within his territory, especially on that left-hand side where he can whip the ball with his right foot.
He struck that with some venom as well, didn't he? On corner duties to Jim Thwaites, the substitute. 2 arms in the air. In-swinging delivery to the front post, off the post and away. I'm not sure that touched anybody on the way through. It's hit the far post and Ipswich survive.
I don't think it did. I don't think it did touch anybody. It's just a wonderful delivery.
Amas. Tyler Fletcher finds Jim Thwaites. Camerson to Reece Munro. Munro finds Dan Armour. Teenan Thompson under a bit of pressure, but escapes. Gabriel looking to go the opposite direction. Yeah, that's contact between the shoulder of Leon Elliott and the head of JJ Gabriel. Referee, and that's a challenge that's not very friendly either. Harry Amas not very happy with the treatment that he's got from the Ipswich Town fullback, and the referee's got a little bit of sorting out to do here. And Leon Elliott just maybe has lost his temper for a moment or two.
Well, we'd have to see the incident with JJ Gabriel again, but certainly I think this could be the end.
Well, this is it here.
Yeah, there was one.
I'm quite glad he's turned his back. I thought that was going to be a shoulder to the side of the head, but he's managed to rotate himself, JJ Gabriel.
That's a brilliant tackle from Jim Thwaites.
Agreed. That is a terrible tackle.
Well, I mean,
from Leon Elliott.
It's a second yellow card, isn't it? Let's have it right. And he has sent him off, yeah.
Yeah, and he's furious. And
he's only got himself to blame, but we saw it coming in the first half, Liam.
Yeah,
we did see it coming in the first half. He was lucky to escape the shoulder charge, if you like, or certainly the arm across on Ibrahimov in the first half. And he's just given the referee no choice with his choices.
The referee is fishing in his pocket here for the reaction of Harry Amas to the challenge from Leon Elliott. So Harry Amas is going to go in the book as well. I always feel those are a little harsh, aren't they? Because had there not been a foul in the first place, you wouldn't have got the reaction.
Well, especially if it's something like that, it's human nature.
I suppose by the letter of the law, referee with no option. And the frustration from Leon Elliott boiling over. That's a lovely ball in behind. Teenan Thompson's on the end of it. Thompson has tripped the offside trap, and the flag goes up against him. Well, my own semi-automated offside system inside the commentary box. Normally has his hand up in the air for those. His hand was wedged down by his side. He did not see that one coming. Free kick.
It would have been mightily close. I can't get it right every time, Liam.
I mean, Nicolao's already on the way down, isn't he, by the time he hits the deck? The referee sees the free kick. And Ipswich with an opportunity to put a ball into the box. In it comes, real chance. Well, the captain, Mazionis, had an opportunity to get on the end of it. Had he turned it home, he would have been offside.
Well, that's the first time they've used him. Well, first time probably they've been able to use him, really. But it would have been to no avail.
More changes coming for Manchester United. Mazionis, the captain. Gabriel still charging after this one. Charlie Wood goes back to Mazionis.
I wonder if one of these changes will be Harry Amas.
Potentially. Here's an opportunity for Ashton Missing. Camerson drills the cross in low. It's unconventional from Charlie Wood.
Yeah, very calm piece of defended. Back to his goalkeeper.
Double change being readied for Manchester United. Looks like Godwill Kakonki and Christian Orozco. Colombian getting ready to make his bow in the under-21s PL2. Drilled across field, Camerson stands his ground, gets it back into the box. Well, Nicolao's got himself caught underneath that. And an easy take in the end from Jaden Camerson. Ball back across, he's out of play for a throw-in.
It was a lovely ball from Thwaites, but again, Nicolao, I'm not too sure. He's come from a decent distance that he can certainly adjust his body and get something on it.
Monroe. Amas. Thwaites back to Amas. And now Dan Armour. Still 20 minutes to play here against 10 men, Manchester United. And look how far up the field they have squeezed. Two centre-backs at 15 yards inside the Ipswich half. Fletcher missing. Pulls it back to the edge of the D, where it is picked up by Nicolao. Just hard work from Tyler Fletcher.
Yeah. I mean, it's rare that you ever see a football match, even one as one-sided as this, where the opposition doesn't at least have a spell, even if it's only sort of 4 or 5 minutes. And with less than 20 minutes to go, I just can't see where that's going to come from.
Tyler Fletcher drives one from distance, takes a deflection on the way through. Sains manages to divert it directly to Woody Williamson. You heard the shout of have a go, didn't you? It opened up for him. He did just that. Shaquille Nicolao is going to get on the end of this. That's another good tackle, isn't it? Reece Monroe this time, getting a foot in. Manchester United playing the ball out from the edge of their own penalty area. It's really good football from Adam Lawrence's side. 78% possession for Manchester United across the 72 minutes that we've played. And if you wanted to know just how one-sided it's been, take a look at these two. 20 shots for Manchester United, of which 12 have been on target. Ibrahimov looking to win the ball back inside the penalty area. And that is a quite astonishingly one-sided set of statistics.
And they've scored with a quarter of them. That's unbelievable. It really is.
There's a quarter of shots, not a quarter of shots on target, which is even more incredible.
Yeah.
Just crowded out of it again. The willingness to work from this Manchester United under-21 side. Evident. Amas, central midfield again. Clips a left-footed ball up and over the top. He's looking for Teenan Thompson. It's cut out by Luca Fletcher. Ibrahimov is lurking. Just about get away with it. Mazionis is going to try and run the ball clear. It's the first time we've seen Mazionis do that all game long. Get his side up the field. Josh Lewis. Field to Bobby Saints. Cross now to Charlie Wood. Drilled low and through the middle. Nicolao's going to try and get there. Lifted effort is well stopped by Cameron Byrne-Hughes.
Yeah, it was. And I wondered when that ball was played just just where it was going, but it was actually a very, very good pass and a decent run. And Cameron Byrne-Hughes, who's had nothing to do for nearly 75 minutes, has made a save. And a good one at that.
All over the top. Ashton missing. Waiting for reinforcements, missing. They have now arrived. Missing dances into the area. Ooh, it's a late tackle that comes in. Driven shot, and it's well saved. That one from Jim Thwaites was bending towards the near post. Woody Williamson gets low to it again. Here are the changes. And it'll be Manchester United that look to roll the dice. Couple coming here. That is Godwill Kokonki on the left of the two. And new signing Christian Orozco on the right. So it will be Amir Ibrahimov to make way. Ibrahimov, who's worked tirelessly. Christian Orozco replaces Amir Ibrahimov. Dan Armour, scorer of the fourth for Manchester United, makes way. And Godwill Kokonki on to replace him. Godwill Kokonki, whose appearances across the under-18s and under-21s last season were always filled with energy, can play in a couple of positions, see him at fullback, see him at centre-back. And his goal, his only goal for the under-18s, another one that seems to like scoring against Manchester City.
Well, he'll go in it as a straight swap for Dan Armour, with Harry Amas still being on the pitch. I thought there was a chance that Adam Lawrence didn't want to take a chance with Harry Amas, with him being on a yellow card. He can only take something really innocuous, but I'm glad he's still on the pitch because he's been really impressive tonight, as they all have, but he's following on his impressive performances that I saw in pre-season.
Thwaites. Back to Munro. I think everybody that has pulled on a red shirt this evening has covered themselves in glory, really. They've been so good, Manchester United. Hard to pick anybody out amongst the bunch. Kokonki slides that through. Offside flag goes up against Jim Thwaites. It's also gone up in the commentary box. Looking at me with those pleading eyes. Please mention me.
I didn't want to displease you after the last time. No.
Well, Adam Lawrence is still barking orders from the technical area, but once the coaching is done, I'm sure when he gets them back in the dressing room at full time, he will be full of praise for the way that they have gone, not only the scoreline, but the way that they've gone about it as well, Ben.
Yeah. Really, really dominant, brilliant performance.
Jaden Camerson is still running. It's a good tackle that time from Josh Lewis.
It was well timed.
Well, it's been boundless energy, hasn't it, from Jaden Camerson down that right-hand side. Same as Harry Amass on the opposite side. Teenan Thompson's been full of running as well.
They've not had answers to any of it, really. If you've got a team that you're playing against, like Ipswich have tonight, that have got really good quality.
A chance maybe coming for Ipswich here. Offside flag goes up.
They've got really good quality, but are also prepared to work and work and work. It's incredibly difficult to play against. And that's what Ipswich have found tonight with this Manchester United side.
Camerson to Reece Munro. Rothko goes back to Godwill Kokonki. It's a good pass from Kokonki to find Teenan Thompson. Thompson's now got the run of Harry Amass. Amass is going to try and get the cross in, strikes a defender. Looked like a potential handball. It's going to go behind, it will be a corner. Teenan Thompson just waits for that run of Harry Amass. Amass, eyes only in the penalty area. Strikes Matunzi, and out of play for the corner. Thompson driving towards the penalty area, dispossessed. Does not stop though, does he? Immediately snaps back into the challenge. Rothko goes back to the goalkeeper, Byrne Hughes. Under pressure, and the safe option taken. Mazionis. Signs away from Fletcher. Lewis gives it back to Mazionis, and now back to Williamson. Pressure was coming again. Decided to go long, Ipswich. Harry Amass picks up the second ball, and that's what happens, isn't it? If you can apply some pressure at one end of the field, you force a goalkeeper to play a longer pass than maybe they would like, and you stand a chance of making the turnover, which is what Manchester United have done again and again.
Yeah. It's so much more difficult when you're under pressure to actually try and find a teammate, especially when you're going long. 9 times out of 10 that ball will end up with the opposition, and that's what United do so well.
There's a late one. Nelson Eze has caught Christian Rothko.
Is it a bit of a dead leg, this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Knee to thigh. That'll be a sore one. Charlie Wood making way for Ipswich. Oliver Wilkinson on to replace him. Protecting some of their players now, I would imagine. Ipswich just making sure that nobody's overstretching. Game is
gone.
Yeah, long gone with 8 minutes to go. I agree. They have had, we've said it time and again, haven't we? And I know we're repeating ourselves, but there have been no answers from Ipswich for what Manchester United have thrown at them over the course of the game. Kokonki. Rothko in space. Goes the same direction to find Jim Thwaites. Missing. Looks for a darting ball into the box, but it's well picked up. Pull of the shirt and free kick given. The sending off has solidified the task in front of Ipswich, and they've become a little bit more resolute. That and the changes, I think, have interrupted the rhythm of the game somewhat.
Yeah.
United knew the game was already done and dusted by the time they were making the changes. Excellent first half performance, and the second half has been thoroughly professional from Manchester United. Thompson looks to make the challenge. A little unfortunate not to come away with the ball, but it's back with Mazionis. Sainz looks to go long. Camison's header finds Nicolau. Jadon Camison, sharp.
Yeah.
After 85 minutes.
Good anticipation.
Threaded pass from Jim Thwaites, just a little too short for Teenan Thompson to get on the end of. Just wonder whether Teenan Thompson may have pulled up there as he's gone chasing after that one. Yellow card for Jim Thwaites. Just tried to make a strong tackle against the Ipswich captain. Just keeping an eye on Teenan Thompson. I think he's okay. Mazionis. Wilkinson. Josh Lewis moves this on to Nicolau. Ashton missing, calmly takes the ball away, finds Reece Munro. Falling behind is just a little bit too far ahead, isn't it? I think Adam Lawrence will look at this and be really positive about the chances for this group. Multiple competitions this year. Premier League International Cup, the UEFA Youth League. PL2, obviously. Plenty of competitions for Manchester United to go at. Gabriel. When you've got yourself into a winning position as early as United have in the game, it's just as important to see that out, and they've done that with aplomb.
Yeah, they have. They've been just as good in the first half without, in the second half without the glut of goals than they were in the first. As possession.
Nicolau has been their outlet really in this second half. United have matched it again, and the two fullbacks combining to get the ball away to Teenan Thompson.
Good defending from Camison. Yeah, Nicolau's actually, given them a little bit of energy up there.
He's been the outball, hasn't he?
Yeah, you need to have the quality to go with it, but as I said to you earlier, Adam Lawrence will be extremely happy, and it's probably just about the perfect performance. As close to perfection as you can get.
Thompson, love to add a goal here. Gets to the byline, pulls it goalwards. It takes a deflection. No, it doesn't. It's going to go behind for the goal kick. He's done brilliantly to take his man on, Teenan Thompson. unable to guide the shot goalwards.
Yeah, always looking to make things happen. Goes inside, and then it just spins off the outside of his foot, doesn't it?
Just can't wrap his boot around it, can he? One of several debutants tonight: Cameron Byrne-Hughes, Teenan Thompson, Christian Orozco, Gabriel making his under-21s debut for Manchester United, and they have all done very well. Zionis. Out to Lewis. You heard, didn't you, Lewis wanting the ball. Maybe 2 touches before he actually got it. And that allowed Manchester United to get back into position and steal the ball away.
And that's what I'm talking about, the quality. And that was Nicolau, but it wasn't a particularly difficult ball.
Thwaites finds Fletcher. Fletcher to Kokonki. Kokonki picks that pass brilliantly. Thompson. Amas.
Having a
shirt pulled. Yeah, and the referee spots it too. Not a difficult one to miss. Sorry, it was a difficult one to miss. I'm confused by my double negatives. Missing.
Ipswich are about to find out how much more of this after the 90 they've got to endure. And then they've got a 5-hour bus ride.
It's a long way back to Suffolk this evening. 4 minutes added on, and we're into the first of those. A really good performance from Adam Lawrence's side, sets them up perfectly for the rest of the PL2 season, and as Ben has said, as close to perfect as you're going to get.
4 minutes added time at the end of the game. There is additional 4 minutes added time at the end of the game.
They'll be jumping at the bit for the next fixture, won't they?
They will. I think they've got to wait another week for it, haven't they? But even so.
Back in action tomorrow on MUTV as under-18s in Premier League Cup action. The game gets underway at midday as they take on Charlton. Myself and Arthur Albiston will be with you for that one. In fact, 2 games in a week for under-18s, play again Saturday. And then, of course, Manchester United's first team back in action on Sunday against Ipswich.
Yeah. Who got off to a good start, didn't they, at the weekend?
Certainly did. That's a lovely back heel to Ashton. Missing, looking to get it across. Well collected by Mazionis. Even with 2 minutes of the game left to go, Manchester United still searching for a way to increase the scoreline. It's busy for football over the next couple of weeks before we hit that 3-week international break. In fact, all of Manchester United's teams will be up and running by the beginning of September. Mentioned earlier, Manchester United's women's first team opening game of the WSL season against London City Lionesses on the 4th of September, and then all 4 of Manchester United's teams will be up and running. Thwaites. It's well read by Mazionis. Steals it away from Gabriel. Carried clear by Eza. Couldn't pick out Nicolau though. United have the throw-in with just over 60 seconds left to go. It's been a polished performance from Manchester United.
Thoroughly entertaining from start to finish.
Chance for Teenan Thompson, and a diving stop goes in from Mazionis to get the block in and lift it onto the roof of the net.
Yeah, bit of confusion. Maybe the slightly better option might have been just for him to pull it back into the path of JJ Gabriel. As you can see there, he just had a gaping goal in front of him, but
he'll be wondering, Teenan Thompson, what he's actually got to do to get the back of the net tonight, because he has been full of running, full of danger all night long. He's seen a couple saved by the goalkeeper, Williamson, and a couple blocked as well. Missing. Gabriel. Nelson Eza gets this on to Josh Lewis. Nicolau turns away from danger. Mazionis takes over. Tunzi. Nicolau. Full-time whistle goes, and Manchester United will take all 3 points in their opening PL2 game in emphatic fashion. Victor Musa, Fletcher, Camerson, Armour and JJ Gabriel all on the score sheet. A clean sheet for Cameron Byrne-Hughes, and it is an excellent performance to get their PL2 season up and running. Full-time at the Progress with Unity Stadium, Manchester United have beaten Ipswich Town by 5-0. Ben, an absolutely fantastic game to watch, really, really entertaining from beginning to end.
yeah, they played some brilliant stuff. They worked extremely hard. Everything that you would want as a coach, I'm pretty sure that Adam Lawrence saw out there. Space, time, quality, the goals that they scored, and like I said, the work rate as well, which is the one thing that impressed me. They work so hard when they've not got the ball.
Couldn't agree with you more. In fact, you talk about the goals, I think it's probably about time we watched them, isn't it? Here's the analysis. The opener came from Victor Musa, and it's brilliantly worked down the right-hand side. Neat 1-2, and the finish from Victor Musa is a good one.
Yeah, he starts the move and then he finishes, starts it with that pass there. JJ Gabriel going beyond, and he cross back and just finds that little bit of space and uses those cluster of blue shirts in front of him. And Woody Williamson just didn't see it, just couldn't move, he's rooted. And that was the start of things to come after only 2 minutes.
Well, within 10, we saw Manchester United double their advantage. Jack Fletcher, with a goal and an assist over the course of the game, takes a lovely touch there and clips the left footer past Woody Williamson.
Yeah, good vision from Thompson, cutting in from that left-hand side. And Jack Fletcher, he's already on the move. Mazionis needs to do better, but his first touch just sets him beautifully, and he gives the goalkeeper the eyes and goes near post. And he had a really good performance as well this evening.
This is a lovely threaded ball from Ibrahimov up and over the top, and Gabriel never gives up on it, and when he gets his head up, sees Jayden Camerson rocket.
That's a wonderful strike. Again, that willingness, as we said at half-time, for players to go beyond, and Ipswich didn't know whether to stick or twist from minute one, and that is a fantastic finish from Jayden Camerson. Again, another impressive performance from him this evening.
Real quality in front of goal for Manchester United, but the supply was also fantastic, and none more so than this one from Fletcher.
Yeah, great balls in from both sides. I mean, again, you probably will have to question the Ipswich defending. Dan Armour barely got himself off the ground, but he directed that header, used the pace of the cross, back across to the far post. No answer to it, Ipswich.
Yeah, pinpoint from Fletcher. This was the fifth, and again, we talk about quality of service. The threaded pass here from Jack Fletcher is absolutely perfect, and the finish is emphatic from JJ Gabriel.
Yeah, on a night when we've seen some really good passing and some really good goals, then I think it's fitting that that was the finale, because it was a brilliant pass and a very, very sublime finish from JJ Gabriel.
Yeah. Cherry on the cake. The 2 yellow cards came from Elliott late on in the game. Leon Elliott just losing his temper, just maybe frustrated. This was the first one, a clear shoulder barge on Amir Ibrahimov. That one is clumsy. That's what he gets the first yellow card for. The second one is unfriendly. There was the initial shoulder charge on JJ Gabriel that wasn't given, but this tackle on Harry Amas is what gets him sent off.
Yeah, I mean, he could have gone for any number of things that he did this evening, but the referee did make the right call. He was lucky not to go for his arm across Amir Ibrahimov in the first half, but he survived and then ends up with 2 yellows anyway, and both of them he can't have any arguments with.
Could have been sent off in the first half. Got the yellow card, the first yellow card that we saw. He could have been yellow carded twice more there. One for the shoulder charge on Gabriel, and then for that challenge on Harry Amas.
Yeah.
The referee has absolutely no choice, and then as he heads down the tunnel, absolutely furious, hurls his shirt in a fit of rage, and the referee with no option but to send him from the field, and he brought it on himself, really, Leon Elliott.
Yeah, he did, and I have to say that Bobby Sainz was very lucky as well for his challenge on Tyler Fletcher.
Yeah, I agree. A really good performance, though. Let's not let the 2 yellow cards at the end of that take away from what we saw. Adam Lawrence's side, absolutely fantastic from beginning to end. A thoroughly one-sided affair, and the first 3 points on the board for the under-21s. They've beaten Ipswich by 5 goals to 0.